Oh, believe me, they're not too weak. Canadians have weak incentives to use CBDC Bank of Canada. So I'm not going to go too far into this. We already know what's going to happen. I'm not going to accept the cookie thing because it messes with my phone. And as I get shadow banned on YouTube, I lose subscribers. And no, whatever. It is what it is. If I end up with like one, whatever. And I don't even know if those subscribers were bots. No one's getting a damn notifications, no matter what I do. I told you guys I took a break, not a big deal. But anyway, yeah. You know, you don't have to do much. I mean, in Australia, they are phasing out money. So they're making less and less notes. So it's kind of like when the cashier runs short of money and you try to break a 20 with them and they can't because they don't have the change. Well, that's exactly what they're doing in Australia. They're slowly taking the money out of the system so that everyone does a CBDC. Have you guys seen what's going on? I think it's in California, in parts of the United States where they're using, well, not self-checkouts, but they're getting you to use your palm to pay for things. And remember that I showed you guys that IBM commercial. Pretty much that's pretty much right there. And that thing, that commercial's, I think, 9 or 10 years old. And I think it's called IBM commercial or something like that. And it's like 9 or 10 years old, maybe more. You can tell it's fairly old, and it says something about, oh man, something about something. I've forgotten. And I've seen this clip several times, but you know, like checkout lines, I think it was checkout lines, who needs them? So that's exactly what's going on. I mean, you got you see, like, everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to use that self-checkout, I'm going to use a cashier. Well, here's the thing. When I went to Food Basics once, I remember a couple years ago, they had like, well, I don't know, say 8 things for the cashiers. They had like 8 lanes, right? I didn't go back during the panner, the scammer dammer, when they were making you wear the diaper on your face and, you know, things like that. Distance about 6 foot, you know, and people were freaking and tripping. Oh man, it was weird. But anyway, I stopped going shopping for a bit there. I went back a few months later, and they have taken every single cashier out except for 2, and they only use 1, and they have a self-checkout. Personally, either one of them, I don't really care. But personally, I would rather just use a self-checkout. It's got nothing to do with the person behind the till. It's just I like to sometimes if I'm in a rush, I get in there and scan my stuff, drop some coin, and leave. But eventually, you won't be dropping coin. And yeah, everyone has their incentive. Eventually, a bank, the government will come out with something better. Like they were bribing children to get a certain something for free ice cream. You know. You want free ice cream? Well, get this poison, and you can have the ice cream. Or there was a comment in my comment section that said that they live in Alberta or something like that, and someone offered someone's nephew, I believe it was, $100 to, you know, take it, and he did, and apparently he passed away. So he literally, like, the person took it, got $100 and then died. Don't tell me that shite don't kill you. Okay, you can find it in my comment section. Don't remember the video. But, again, the system is against us now. It's been against us since, I'd say, 2020. Excuse me. When they pulled it off. Now, you would be insane to think that people around here would be not masking. A lot of, I don't know what kind of, I don't know how to, I'll just say Asians, because I don't really have I don't have a broad term for it. But anyway, some of the Asians here, some of the colored folk, some of the Cracker Jacks, white people, some of the Latinos, Portuguese, Ukrainian, Russians, things like that are here, I'd say out of, say, 10 people, at least 3 of them wear the mask still. And I'm like, I don't get this. One lady I was sitting on a bench, one lady I seen walk into a store with the mask on. How? It doesn't make any sense. You're going to put that stupid thing on your face, you're going to walk into a place, you're going to order your crap, you're going to leave, and then you take the mask off when you're outside. How does it make any sense? It doesn't make sense. None of it makes any sense. Stop doing it. I only wore the mask maybe twice, and it was only for about 30 seconds, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't doing this. They can come chase you through the mall. You know, I managed to survive the whole thing. Even with the amount of pressure, my clients and everything, and yes, I have clients, people. I don't stay on YouTube. I've been busy, you know. But yeah, so they're giving. I don't know what kind of incentives they're giving right now. They'll make them stronger. They'll make it worth your while. Maybe they'll take all those buildings that they have vacant that are under proposal, and they'll say, hey, you know what? If you take the CBDC, we'll give you free housing or something, you know, something along those lines, something that people actually want, right? And yeah, I just think that it trickles down to Trudeau selling out Canada, which I knew was going to happen, because all the countries in the world, every little island, will be part of the new world order beast system. And I keep telling people this, no one listens. Oh no, they're not. I live in Lolo-land, and you know, we got our own government. Everything's great. Yeah, right. Okay, until they cause you to do it, they knock your power grid out, or whatever. Just like in Maui. Listening to a lady, they had no communication for 3 days. Now, I don't know much about that, but I have heard about it and how devastating it was. And like in Canada, we still have the fires going, and it's unbelievable. But thinking that these fires were controlled burn, they weren't controlled. They were controlled burns in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? In the force them out direction, destruction. It reminds me of the Bible, man. It really does. It reminds me of like where a third of the trees were burned. It doesn't mention houses. It doesn't have to. But look at the devastation that these people caused. And it was definitely inside. Everyone's like, I was watching one in Ottawa where they were flying over the trees with the fire, and they were letting out whatever the hell it was, you know, the fire, I guess it was a gas or something like that, and they were like burning it, and everyone's like, oh, it's a controlled burn. And I'm like, something is not right, something is wrong, and I even feel something is wrong. You either have trolls being really just dumb, or you have bots that don't reply back because they're just bots, and you can kind of pick them out if you pay attention. Now that I'm understanding how that works, you can kind of pick them out. So the controlled burn isn't to help. The controlled burn is to push you out. And I will make a video on Maui in the next few days. I'm going to look into it a little bit more. But yeah, they going on about the CBDC here and how weak it is and blah, 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 blah. Oh, please. People in my society here are so stupid and dumb that they'll do it anyway. 8 out of 10 of them are dummies enough to do it. It's absolutely unbelievable. You want to we need you to get a CBDC? Oh, you got to have a free house. Here you go. Just accept a digital-based currency. Yeah, sure. No, I don't want your currency. But again, they're gonna force it. As long as I don't take the damn mark, I'm not stupid. Okay, it's part of the system. So how on earth I'm going to survive? Well, you start stocking up, and I've been doing that. Just in case I walk into a store one day. I've seen commercials on YouTube. Some lady, I'll end the video with this. A lady walks into the store with a mask on. The kid with her has a mask on. And this is what they're going to do. I can't find the commercial, but they walk in, they get some stuff, they go to pay, they don't take cash or debit. And she looks at the guy, she says, well, how am I supposed to pay? And he said something about said something about something to do with some sort of digital thing. He had to switch over. Okay, so he phased out debit transaction and cash to stay in business. So yes, people, it can happen, and not can, it will happen. They will phase out debit, credit, and cash. They can abruptly end it when they want to. So don't give me some BS about how your country's not. They're gonna all do it. Remember, Lucifer's kingdom is only for a short time, and he know it too. And we're there. We are the generation to see all of this come to pass. We are the generation, as old as I am, to see the return of Son of Man, the return of Jesus Christ. And YouTube hates every time I mention Jesus. They don't like it. They take a subscriber away. They shadow ban my videos even more. Jesus wins in the end, YouTube, and nothing you can do about it. Nothing the CEO can do about it. I don't know his name. Y'all better turn from your wicked ways and stop playing around, because eventually he's going to return and you're going to be out of time. Accept him as your Lord and Savior and get going. Get your foot to the ground. I don't care if you do it online or in person. I do it online because I reach a far greater audience. Even if it is 38 views, it could be 38 people from 38 different countries, cities, who knows. Never forget that Jesus died for your sin, my sin. He shed his blood for you to keep you out of the lake of fire, to keep you out of the torment. Hell, the lake of fire was not meant for man. It was meant for the devil. It was meant for the devil and his angels. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. I'm not playing.